Right now on Hoosier News Source, it's election season for the Indiana University Student Association. Find out who's on the ballot.
We have fully complied with all Indiana's laws.
And Mike Pence caught in the middle of controversy.
And March Madness has arrived in the form of Mother Nature. I'll have 1 week ago from spring-like warmth to wintry weather, which will lead to a cool start to spring break. Hoosier News Source starts now.
Hello and welcome to this week's episode of Hoosier News Source. I'm Courtney Sisk.
And I'm Amelia Reynolds.
An Owen County court judge accepted a plea agreement with Kyle Parker, who is charged with the kidnap and murder of 15-month-old Shaylin Ammerman. A year after Ammerman's murder, Parker pleaded guilty and will serve up to 60 years in prison. March 2016, Ammerman was kidnapped from her crib in Spencer, Indiana, smothered, sexually assaulted, and strangled to death. Parker was thought to potentially receive the death penalty, and yet ended up with 60 years in the Owen County prison. Many people reacted on Facebook and Twitter, expressing their frustration with the case. The plea agreement will dismiss Parker of charges of rape, strangulation, child molestation, and failure to report a body. Although some charges were dropped, Parker will still have to register as a serious violent offender, but not as a sex offender. Indiana University loses yet another chapter on this campus. The Delta Omicron chapter of Delta 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 was shut down Saturday. The chapter was already on probation for past actions. Tri-Delta President Kimberly DeFed Sullivan says members were participating in activities that did not align with Tri-Delta's standards. Sullivan also says, "We are deeply disappointed in the choices made by members of our chapter at Indiana." IU issued a statement saying they stand with the decisions of the national organization. It's that time of year again, election time. I got a chance to learn more about the 6 tickets campaigning to be elected to our student body government, IUSA.
This year, 6 tickets will campaign against each other to accomplish their goals and ultimately try to make campus a better place. The tickets running are Empower IU, Focus for IUSA, Engage with IUSA, Refund Supreme, Ignite for IUSA, and Psych Up. I was able to speak with students running for Empower IU and Focus for IUSA to learn more about their platforms and our student government.
We're promising the biggest change in IUSA in terms of we understand the frustrations and the struggles of what it's been. We know where we want it to be, and we have a very clear vision and platform and thought out process of how we're going to accomplish those goals.
We partner with other student organizations who are doing great things here on this campus and help them do what they're already doing. It works, it helps IUSA in terms of outreach, but also helps us accomplish policies with folks who are already doing a really good job at it.
IUSA is the student body government for undergraduates at IU. The association works with faculty, staff, and administrations to create positive changes at the university.
The debate for IUSA will take place Tuesday, March 21st at 7 o'clock in the Monroe County Library. Voting will be the days following on March 22nd and 23rd. Make sure to check out all of the ticket platforms. You can find more information regarding the campaign's objectives by visiting their websites. However, only 4 campaigns have launched their websites so far. To find more information on the IU Student Association program, visit iusa.indiana.edu.
We will keep you updated on the IUSA election results here on Hoosier News Source.
President Donald Trump is publicly accusing former President Barack Obama of tapping his phone at the Trump Tower during the election. Trump sent out multiple tweets Saturday saying he had his wires tapped at the Trump Tower. He says Obama is to blame, saying Obama reached a new low. He compares the wiretapping to Nixon and Watergate. An Obama spokesperson denies the claims. He says Trump's accusations are simply false. It is not clear what led Trump to these accusations, but FBI Director James Comey is asking the Justice Department to reject the claims. Vice President Mike Pence is in the spotlight for controversy regarding his personal email server. While Pence was Indiana governor, he used his private AOL account to conduct official business. The account was hacked in 2016, and his contacts were sent spam asking them to donate money. According to the Indianapolis Star, Pence used this personal account to contact advisors about homeland security and security at the governor's mansion. Under Indiana law, public officials are allowed to use personal email accounts for private business.
We had outside counsel review all of my private email records to identify any emails that ever referenced or mentioned state business related activities. And as Indiana law requires, we transferred all of those to the state of Indiana, subject to the public access laws.
During the presidential election, both Pence and Donald Trump criticized opponent Hillary Clinton for using a private server for official business. Pence says there is no comparison between his situation and Clinton's, as he acted legally under Indiana law. According to the AP, the law firm Barnes & Thornburg are currently looking into the situation. The Indiana University Army ROTC has won the 2016 General Douglas MacArthur Award. This is the first time IU has received this award. The General Douglas MacArthur Award recognizes IU's Army ROTC as the best ROTC program for the 7th Brigade, which includes Michigan, Ohio, Indiana, Kentucky, and Tennessee. 8 of IU's Army ROTC seniors were ranked in the top 20% nationally of distinguished military graduates. Adam Whistler is one of the seniors who received this award and is very proud of his group.
As a group, we've actually worked very hard throughout our 4 years here. You know, we've had a lot of people that have shown us the right way to do things, and it's clearly paid off.
Along with helping them from a recruiting standpoint, this award acknowledges the time and effort they put into being the best. IU welcomes its first official university-wide ID this spring. Crimson Card will replace all existing campus cards so that students, faculty, and staff can access university services like meal plans, printing, libraries, and secure entry to authorized IU buildings with only one card. Crimson Card will be available beginning April 3rd, but those with legacy campus cards like Campus Access can replace those cards at any time through summer 2018. To exchange your current campus card, visit any IU service locations on campus.
Coming up on Hoosier News Source, your weekly forecast ahead.
And stressed out about midterms? We've got some tips to help you de-stress and get good grades.
These stories and more coming up. Stay with us.
And it's an honor to be here.
After suffering a season-ending injury in late March,
As you can see behind me,
Welcome back. It's been rather warm out these past months, but warm temperatures are not here to stay. Sarah joins us to bring you this week's weather forecast. Sarah?
Thanks, Courtney. So before we take a look at the forecast for tomorrow and the rest of the week, let's first take a look at how February panned out for this month. So as you can see, the month of February is very warm. The high was 74 degrees, and compare that to the low of 10 degrees, so we definitely got the extremes as far as temperature goes. The average temperature for the month of February was 33 degrees, which is still 10 degrees above normal. And while February was a warm month, it was also a dry month, as we're at half the normal precipitation that we're used to seeing for February in Bloomington. So tomorrow we can expect the same kind of warm weather, warm and sunny skies. So this nice, so at 1 p.m. as you're heading out to class, you can see that the temperature will be around 55 degrees, perfect spring weather. And then as you head back from class at around 5 p.m., temperatures will be about 56 degrees and sunny, and still fairly mild as you maybe start doing your homework at around 9 p.m. But this nice weather, unfortunately, is not here to stay as things begin to change for your weekend. So if you're planning on going somewhere warm for spring break, consider yourself lucky because the whole state of Indiana is at a chance for wintry precipitation. So now we'll take a closer look at the low pressure systems that are to cause for this winter weather. So what's very interesting about this low pressure system is the GFS says that there's two different paths that the low pressure system can take. So it will either veer further south according to the Euro model, or it will head further north and be more intense. However, it's important to note that the major effects from this storm will be further south of us, but we definitely need to make more adjustments as we get closer to the event. So now let's take a look at our extended forecast. So as I was saying, Wednesday and Thursday will be fairly nice, perfect spring weather, but as we head into Friday, temperatures will start to cool down, and to start off spring break, temperatures will be very cold as that low pressure system passes through the area. And then on Monday, we will see the cold temperatures as they linger from the low pressure system that came to us this weekend. Back to you, Courtney and Amelia.
If you're stressed about midterms this week, you're not alone. Hoosier News Source's Amelia Miles joins us in studio with tips on how to stay calm and relaxed while studying for midterms. Amelia?
Thanks, Courtney. Midterms on IU's campus are a mini version of how finals are. Not everyone takes midterms, but the ones who do tend to be really stressed. I went on campus to get an inside look at how students are handling midterms. Many students around campus have been preparing to take their midterms this week. Some students are getting valuable study time in, and others have been too stressed to concentrate. Stress can take a serious toll on someone's mental health. Changes in stress levels, along with new sleeping patterns and eating habits, can have a big impact on someone's health.
I'm a psychology major, and I don't have a declared minor right now, but I've applied for the LAMP certificate, which is like a little bit less than a business minor. Doing that on top of work and like extracurriculars, it's been kind of crazy.
Changes in stress levels, along with new sleep patterns and eating habits, can have a big impact on someone's health. According to the JED Foundation's website, 30% of college students reported feeling so down at some point during their previous year that they found it difficult to function. I am here between Spruce, Forest, and Reed, where many students are laying out and de-stressing before a week full of stressful midterms. There are many places on campus that can help students handle their mid-semester stress. CAPS, a counseling and psychological stress service, offers students 2 consultations each year through their tuition. CAPS helps with academic concerns, relationship concerns, stress management, etc.
As a science major, it's good to network and get to know your other science majors, because a lot of the time you can get past questions, past exams that the professors will ask, and a lot of the time the professors cycle questions, so it's good to get to know other people.
At the end of the day, ensuring your health and well-being are very important. Exercising, getting support from friends, eating healthy foods are just a few tips to keep your mind right during this midterm week. For Hoosier News Source, I'm Amelia Miles. For more tips on keeping stress-free this week, head to jedfoundation.org. Amelia?
Thanks, Amelia. The IU Habitat for Humanity has dedicated a house in Monroe County for the first time in 18 years. The IU chapter sponsored the house, which means they help financially and with physical labor. They sent volunteers to the site to help with construction weekly. The group raised $36,000 over the past 2 years to fund the home. The IU Habitat for Humanity plans to sponsor another house next year. A new food delivery restaurant called Cluster Truck opened up in Bloomington, offering carry-out and delivery options. Once the customers order the food online, it is delivered to them free of charge, and all of the food is made inside the restaurant. The employees do not start preparing the food until a driver is assigned to the specific delivery, ensuring the food is delivered fresh.
We have over 100 menu items, anywhere from a pad thai, fried rice, to burgers, to salads, pizzas, burritos, and even tater tots and curly fries, and subs, all kinds of stuff.
The restaurant does not have actual food trucks, but the menu is broken up into different sections inspired by food trucks. For a complete list of menu options and delivery services, visit their website at clustertruck.com.
Many Hoosier sports teams are wrapping up their seasons. IUS sports reporter Juliana Sherry has the highlights of this weekend's matchups. Juliana?
For the first time in over 10 years, Assembly Hall played host to a sport other than basketball, with Big Ten Wrestling hosting their end-of-the-year tournament this past weekend. 4 Hoosiers qualified for NCAAs in the largest qualifying group for head coach Dwayne Goldman since the 2013-14 season. Indiana's top competitors, Elijah Oliver and Nate Jackson, took home 6th-place finishes in the semifinal consolation rounds, with Oliver reaching NCAAs for the second time. For Jackson, it's his 3rd qualification in a row. 2 first-time qualifiers join Oliver and Jackson, with Jake Danishek clinching his bid with a 9th-place victory over OSU's Jake Ryan, while Devin Skatska secured his bid with a 7th-place victory over Purdue's Jacob Morrissey. The Hoosiers find out their positions this Wednesday in the 2017 selection show before heading to St. Louis on March 16th for the NCAA Wrestling Championships. That's all for this week in sports. Back to you guys at the desk.
That's all we have for you this week. For more campus and local news, visit our website at iustv.com.
And like us on social media. Like us on Facebook at IUSTV News and follow us on Twitter at Hoosier NW Source.
From all of us here at IUSTV, thanks for watching and we'll see you next week.